Alright, hey, what's going on? It's Marley here, and welcome back to Grim Dawn. I say welcome back on the first episode of this series because a little while ago, actually it was quite a long while ago now, probably about a year and a half, 2 years. In fact, it was a little under 2 years, I'd say, to this day, that I originally put out my first Let's Play of Grim Dawn. And that was when the game was pretty content incomplete. At the moment, it's in the last month before release. The game is said to be content complete. Excuse my squeaky chair as I readjust into gaming position. The game is said to be content complete, and it kind of threw me back into the swing and wanted to make videos, because fuck yeah, I want to record me some Grim Dawn, dude. I loved this game when I played it through the first 2 or 3 times when the game was still incomplete. I played the game a butt ton, even through like late game stuff when there wasn't a late game, because the game is just so well done. I think it's fantastic, I really do. So what I'm going to do is play through the first time on, I don't know what the veteran option does. I'm curious. I want to create a character. I don't want to make them hardcore. We'll go for a standard character for our first playthrough here of the full game, and then we'll gradually get back into more in-depth characters as we go. I'm tempted to choose this veteran option, but I don't know what it means. Obviously these difficulties are locked until we've finished it. Maybe? Let's just do the main campaign and we'll do single player. Okay, let's go. Let's just go for this. I'm excited, man. Obviously the game isn't polished, it's still in the last month of early access, so there are still things that are going to be finalized before the full release, so bear that in mind. But from what I have played of Grim Dawn previously, it's probably the best ARPG I've ever played. And I'm quite a fan of ARPGs. It's probably one of my favourite genres of game. It's one that I'll always go back to, and it's one that I'll always be looking for a new one to play. The audio is now a teeny bit too quiet for me, so I'm going to bump that up a little bit. And God, here we go. Officially starting again, Grim Dawn. Still drawing breath, I see. You're one lucky bastard. I give you that. Best basically to Captain Bourbon right away. He seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life. What? Welcome to Devil's Crossing. Probably the last refuge of humanity. I can't fucking... I'm so tempted to not read this, but I will do it for the sake of video if you don't want to read. I don't have good voice for reading people things. If I did that, I would do that as career. You're possessed, so we strung you up to do with, as we do with all ethereal, taken. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans. He sees some purpose in you, and I'm not going to argue. He's up the high road in the courtyard, probably coordinating our defenses against the dead. Don't make me regret cutting you down. I'll be on my motherfucking way then, asshole. I'm actually getting some... Is there an option to display FPS? Oh, there isn't an option to display FPS, that's a shame. I'm getting some, what feels like lag. And the game is pretty high fidelity, so I assume... God, I got fucking 970, man. Goddamn thing not letting me, run the game really well. Maybe if we bump down the AA... and this... and turn down the weather to medium. The lighting to just high. That... should adjust everything appropriately, I think. Is that going to reset the whole fucking game? No? Doesn't actually get rid of the stutter. Wonder what the stutter is. Very weird. Gonna reset the default for all the video stuff. It's funny that such a game that doesn't seem like it would be so intense is actually maxing my graphics card. Yeah, okay, that's smooth. Bear in mind, this fucking graphics card runs The Witcher at max, man. That's weird. Optimization issues, I guess. I don't know. You're not looking too bad for someone just back from the brink of death. If you were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Oh, you were taken, sorry. Normally I'd have burned you with the rest, to be safe. But we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable. Someone with nothing to lose but a lot to gain. Right now, you're that person. Breathe a word to me, and the survivors of Devil Crossing may just welcome you. What is it you want me to do? Tilt my monitor back so I can read easier. The bodies of the dead are rising up again in some horrible unlife. Corpses don't just get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We have observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the Burial Hill, just beyond town. I want you to go to Burial Hill, find whatever is controlling those abominations, and destroy it. Can I find this? You'll need to fight your way through the Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there'll be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms too. Help us in our hour of need. I'll open Devil's Crossing to you. I'll go fuck that shit up, dude. Hell yeah. So, this is the Portal Arena, which in the future we will be able to TP. When I first started playing the game, you could go all the way up to here. And then you got to be able to go up to this bit as well during my second, announcement of the game. But I have yet to go... Oh, I went to a bit of this as well, I think, actually. Went to, a little bit of these areas. But I haven't been all the way up here, and I haven't done all of this, and I haven't done any of this, or any of this, or any of this. So there's about 30, 40 hours of game here, I would imagine. And I'm goddamn excited to be playing it. It's good. Right, let's batter some frickin' dead. Hell yeah. So let's... Requires more physique. Okay. Oh, I don't have any character points yet, do I? Because I know that... No, I don't. Okay. Oh man, this game. Feels good to be playing this again. Feels good to be recording again as well. It's been such a while since I... Oh wow, they've changed the modeling and stuff. This is different. This definitely wasn't how it used to be. I'll try and explain things as I go along. For the most part, I should know the majority of how this game is handled, because I've spent quite a lot of time with it. So there are a certain amount of things that I should be able to explain right off the bat, although there are some things that I'll be figuring out with you as we go along, because obviously there will have been changes made to the game. Yeah, so my potions are bound to 9 and 0. I want to rebind them though. I'm going to rebind some skills to be on different buttons because of my key bindings for Dota. I want to reuse them as well as some other things because it's nice having familiar key bindings. Garage plating, that's nice. Things like that are components which can be used to add modifiers to weapons, which are really important when it comes to building your character in the later stages of the game. Also on my health bar, you see this orange bit on top of it, the orange glowy bit. That's a rowboat. What are they? Oh shit! Oh shit! This is totally new. Oh god! All right, so this is new. You can go on a rowboat and travel to the. I wonder if this is random. The game goes through sort of random / procedural generation for certain areas and things. Level 5. Oh god, these guys are way too tough for me right now. Yeah, I can't take this on. Need to get out. Yeah, the game goes through slightly random and procedural generation bits, so you can revisit areas, and when you play through it again, it'll be slightly different to how it used to be, which leads to really nice replayability. And also makes grinding a little bit less monotonous. But for the moment, and for the sort of start of the game, we're just going to be smashing shit, basically. I'm not entirely sure what build I want to go for here. It doesn't matter too much because we're playing on our standard character. There's no real necessity for us to go super ham on building some incredibly complex shit. We can save the builds and the complexities for later playthroughs, because I'll likely be playing through this game 2 or 3 times. I'll also be streaming it if you're interested in that. I'll be streaming it through on other accounts. Let's equip the two-handed. Two-handed sounds like fun this run. Francis's note. Oh, let's kill this guy real quick. I'm trapped here. I realize now. I'll die in this house. Margaret, I fear you're already dead, so it may not be too bad if I am shortly to join you. If by some miracle you yet live and return here to find this note, please know that I am not angry with you. I've never regretted our life together, but I now only regret that I lost my temper and spoke unkind words to you when we last parted. I hope you will not think of me a coward for what I am about to do. They're already in the house. I barricaded myself in this room, but it's only a matter of time before they break through. All I can do now is choose the manner in which I'll face death, and I'd rather die a man to be changed than be changed into one of those horrid things, or eaten alive. I love you always, Francis. That's one thing the game does really well, is background lore. I'm very bad at usually paying attention to things like that, and side lore in games, but in this one I've always made a point of doing it, because I find it to be really quite interesting. And yes, it's sort of general, the regular kind of stuff you find, but I just feel like it's handled in a very nice way, and the writing's often really interesting. It captures me, the game actually does take me in pretty goddamn well. What's the shortkey for this? S, okay. So, what's devotion? Oh shit, this is fucking new. Devotion menu allows to dedicate your devotion points to various deities and celestial symbols of Cairn. As you complete constellations, you will earn affinity, which will in turn earn you access to more powerful constellations. Earning devotion points. Devotion points are earned by claiming shrines scattered throughout the world, exploring affinity. Constellations are aligned to 5 infinities. Unlock. The entry constellations all give significant affinity bonuses, while the most powerful constellations do not give any at all. Right. Note that if you unlearn a piece of completed constellation, you will lose affinity bonus. Blue stars indicate where you can put a devotion point. Next. Left click on a star to unlock a bonus. Halo stars mark locations of celestial power, which you can unlock to do bigger badass shit. Okay. Points available 0. Plus 5 health. Direct ability 5 health. Okay, so it's like it feels like, or to me it looks like it looks kind of like, honestly, like the Path of Exile stuff in my head, if that makes sense. But, whatever. Anyway, these are the main ones we have to go through. In my previous build, I think I've gone for Nightblade and Soldier together because they go quite well. But we'll choose something interesting here, I think. So anyway, soldiers. Soldiers of the Imperial Army are trained to survive in the most hellish conditions and hold the line against the deadliest of enemies of the Empire. Soldiers prefer the use of close combat weapons such as a sword and a shield, but can also very formidable firearms. What a soldier may lack in outright damage output is made up for fortitude and leadership. Pyrotechnic masters of the Imperial Army. Demolitionists are part engineer, part sorcerer. They're used to break enemy ranks and breach fortification with a devastating array of explosive and destructive magic. They usually prefer to fight at range, engaging enemies with guns, traps, and explosives. But they can also be proficient with melee weapons. Oculist. Once hunted by Imperial forces in an effort to control Eldritch power, the Oculist craft focuses heavily on summoning and borrowed powers granted by the 3 witch gods, Bismel, Solala, and Dreeg. Solael. Their diverse arts include abhorrent curses and spells that inflict damage with poison, acid, and entropic. I can still move while doing this, I don't like that. And entropic energy. Excelling with neither sword nor gun, they can use either to augment their offense. Nightblades were clandestine warriors that sold their service to the great house of the Empire. Nightblades excel with all manner of martial weapons, but are even more feared for the deadly blade magic that is the secret of their trade. Nightblades are not suited to going toe-to-toe with tougher enemies and rely on illusion to close for quick, devastating attacks to fight from a distance with phantasmal blades. Yes, okay, I'm doing that, thank you. Arcanist. The manifestation of magic is not some unexplainable mystery or will of the gods, but a science meant to be unraveled. The pursuit of knowledge drives all arcanists, always eager to discover a new technique to make their namesake. Arcanists wrap ethereal and elemental energy to their will, crafting devastating demonstrations of power that rival small armies. However, such raw force leaves them little in terms of defense. Shaman. Hailing from the untamed Northlands, shamans were the spiritual leaders and guardians of their people, claiming an astounding attunement to the wilds and their patron deity, Mogdragon. Shamans are capable of wielding terrible forces of nature against their foes, even calling upon savage beasts to come to their aid. Shamans excel in the use of brutal two-handed melee weapons, but can easily adapt to other tools of war when conjuring their primal powers. I think we're going to go Shaman this run through, because I haven't done it before and it excites me. So let's look at these first skills. Brute force. Many shamans brute force two-handed weapons. So practitioners. So it does 4 lightning damage and 5% physical damage. The heat of battle ruses savage animal impulse, heighten your aggression, and empower you with nature fury. When used as your default weapon attack, savagery increases the intensity of your attacks with every strike. Building up charges increase the potency of bonuses. So it does more damage on your basic attack. Devouring Swarm. Out in the wild, one must do whatever it takes to survive. Shaman comes Vicious Swarm, which hungrily tears apart anything it comes into contact with. That sounds pretty fucking badass. Let's put a point in this and a point in general, because that's what I want to do with my life right now. Yeah. And then let's change you to Savagery. You to Pet Attack. Does this take up any mana or anything? No. Good. And then let's keep on keeping on. Yeah. The game should remain relatively easy-ish for these early stages. Like, we shouldn't run into... Is that a chest there that I can open? No. We shouldn't run into too much difficulty during the early stages, although we will likely run into some slightly more challenging enemies as we get through. I think I'll die a few times, but I shouldn't die all that much. Theoretically, I'm just like, what I want to do is just get through the game, and this is more for like displaying the story and just playing through the game in general than it is for showing off what I think the game is really about, which is fucking badass ARPG-ness. But we'll get to that later, playing through on hardcore characters and the harder difficulties. This will unlock harder difficulties for us as well, which is more interesting. So yeah, more good things to come is basically what I'm saying. Lots and lots of more good things to come. I try and keep the episodes to around 40 minutes to an hour as well. If you'd like to change that, just mention it to me. I'm like, or more than welcome to take feedback. I'll respond to pretty much everything in the comments that is a question or respondable. It isn't just, your shit, go away. But yeah, I'll try and be accommodating to that. Like, I can definitely change the size or length of episodes according to what people want, because it doesn't make all that much difference to me how I record. If I want to record in 40 minutes and you prefer 20-minute episodes, I just record 2 at a time, which is also more efficient for me. It just means we get through things a lot slower, I guess, in terms of how long I upload. Let's equip this tunic because it's better. I like this. This is cool. Harbour Master's log. Autumn fogs are appearing early this year, but traffic remains unusually high. There's a steady flow of small craft coming down from Malmouth and other townships to the northeast. To the northeast, sorry. Some of these boats are barely afloat, burdened with what looks like people's every possession. These travellers, sometimes entire families, bring with them strange tales of wars and the unnatural. Bunch of hogwash riling up the soft townsfolk. Can't complain though. Keeps the dock busy. Most are westbound, trying to get as far away as they can. The lads at the docks are starting to lose their nerve. Some have talked about setting out west themselves, but I'm assured them this is all nonsense and will pass. Used to easily caught up in the energy of the moment. Well, I don't know if it was a lie, buddy. I'm not too sure. I level up again. Fucking did, didn't I? Oh yeah. I assume sinking points into that is gonna make some sense, right? Because why not? Who knows? We'll learn as we go along. We can also, we can always reassign points, right? What we want is some AoE stuff. We want to find some AoE abilities and start to develop them up. Should really make sure that I keep exploring everything here. I'm a bit of a fucking completionist in that sense. I don't like not exploring things. I'm gonna stop picking up things though, because they're not worth it. You don't really get anything from these early items anyway. Yeah, none of this stuff's what I want. We're fucking two-handed for the win here. I'll take those padded boots though, because I'd imagine that we don't have any boots. Requires physique. Much, much higher physique. Oh, that's another thing actually. When you get in here, you get to put up points. So, shamans, I think we're gonna go mostly cunning and physique. Or maybe not a lot of cunning. Maybe it's more physique and Maybe it's more physique and spirit for magic. Maybe that makes more sense for shamans. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't built the character before. Untouched metal. You've discovered abandoned metal left like behind some less fortunate adventurer. Consuming it, you restore some of your constitution. I assume that's what that orange bar is, from what I remember, but I don't entirely remember what it does now. I thought it was hunger, but I can't remember. Oh, untouched meal. Sorry, that's what it was. I always read that as untouched metal. Jesus, that's changed so much of my life. Okay, so it does. That is what restores your food. And there's other ways that you can restore that from what I remember. But it's important because that's how you regen health. So when I'm not in combat, that bar will go down and my health will go back up. Which is obviously very important because you need to be regenning the healths. So yeah, untouched meals are pretty valuable. Let's take these entries and read them because I like reading books. Because I'm a nerd. Anything else out here that's interesting? No, nothing. Okay, let's read those because I like those. I like the lore bonus. Lore bonus! I'm currently en route to the village of Burrich in order to investigate a number of strange incidents that have been reported in this area. As dusk is drawing near, the swamps of this region are said to be hazardous to travel at night. I've reluctantly taken up a lodging at a small, squalid tavern in Lower Crossing. I can't do words, man. It's just too hard. I do computing. Fuck that shit. Perhaps I'm weary from my hurried travels, but I fear there is a strange pressure and electricity to the air. It's almost akin to the still before a thunderous summer gale. But yet the sun shines, not even the clouds to be seen. Everything seems as it should, but in my gut, I feel something terrible will come soon to pass. As I was packing to resume my journey to Burrich, my assistant was urgently requesting a logging camp in the old grove, west of Devil's Crossing, where the strange animal attacks have left 3 lumbermen listless and pale. Upon arriving, I received a somber greeting from the foreman who informed me that the bitten workers had gone mad and fled the premises. They reported to have spoken in an unknown tongue. The foreman showed me the remains of the animals, 2 grey foxes and a hound, suffering from some sort of horrific mange, lay in a hastily dug pit behind the outhouse. The foreman told me the animals suddenly died when confronted by the workers, and strange green vapour emitted from their remains. Shortly afterward, 3 lumbermen fell ill, and their mental state rapidly deteriorated. It appears that my presence in the region is most warranted. So, doctor's coming in. Shit's fucked up. The doctor's like, fuck, man, what do I do with all this fucked up shit? Do I swear too much? No. They were on about. Walking to misery into the cave of the burial hill. Let me in, dude. I want to beat the shit out of these guys. And to be beating the shit out of enemies, that's what my life is right now. Ooh, food ration. Food rations also heal that same thing that I just spoke about with the untouched meals. Can't believe I've been reading that as untouched metal for 50 odd hours. It's ridiculous. How is that something that I've done? Like, am I even a human being? Is there a thing over here? Yeah, there's a room over here. Be damned if I don't explore you, room. I don't want no shitty mace. Right, room, you weren't worth it. Fuck you. Badass music is playing. Oh, we're almost level 4. Nice. Let them fight each other. I'll just kill them off as they do it. Works for me. Yes, I want that. That's exactly what I want. What do I need? More physique. Yeah. Give me that physique, yo. I'm gonna be like a heavy metal shaman. That's what I want to do. Tempted to sink loads of points into this, man. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just good to have a strong base attack, right? Let's unlock the next group of upgrades, though. Why not? I think I have to start unlocking some AoE skills soon. Although I like the idea of just building really tanky. It's something don't really do in these games all that much. And I think the Shaman seems like the class to be doing for it. Shaman Soldier, I think, is what I'm going to go for. And go tanky, like, two-handed. Seems pretty good to me, anyway. Because you get to choose 2 affinities, if I didn't explain that already. Yeah, you choose 2 affinities, and, like, you work between them. So the idea is to take 2, like, there's loads and loads of combos in the game because of all the matches up, and the way, like, you can go, like, Soldier, Nightblade, and, you know, go super high DPS, but in a different way because of certain things, right? Like, it's the idea, anyway. Bonus bridge there. It just occurred to me. Yeah, they never used this area. I don't know if this is ever like. I always assumed that was going to be an area that you could go to because of that bridge here that you like the other side I was crossing, and I assumed that you were going to get down here at some point, but apparently not. Maybe that's for like an expansion or something. Who knows? I'll be interested. I'm curious. Who knows? I won't need that axe, more than likely. Okay, so now we've hit a portal, we can now portal back, and we'll go sell some items and do a little bit of upkeep. Let's look at this guy. Oh look, it's the possessed one. Tell you what, I got something that needs doing, I'll pay you good to see it's done. I'm not quite sure you've got what it takes, but come back with some blood on your boots and maybe I'll reconsider. Just make sure it's not your own blood. So he's got the proposition of a quest for us later down the line, which is a nice idea. Oh, I just sold the helmet I didn't mean to sell. I'll fix that in just a second, because I can buy back items for, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the same value. There we go. And there's no need to buy anything of him just yet. Yeah, this is good. Then we'll head back to Lower Crossing. Almost at Burial Hill. Nah, I'm okay. Where are we? Oh, we're actually there. Okay, alright, I remember now. I might want to get another ability before I go into this hill, because from what I remember, the fight I might need a little bit of AoE. Like, I kind of do need a little bit of AoE. We'll see. Yeah, the old dump. Here we go. Anything good? Hatchet's pretty naff, but I'll look anyway. Yeah, you're pretty good. I like you. I'm not gonna bother carrying it back. Like, it's just not worth it, man. We don't make enough money out of that. Ooh, music's getting more intense. The soundtrack's changed slightly. It's actually a little bit better. I mean, it's always been good, but it's definitely a little bit nicer to have all this variety that's coming out of it now. Mutagenic Ica. You watch when we get into the complexities of the frickin' crafting system, all of this stuff, it becomes so important, it's crazy. Like, you don't even want to know. Okay. Yeah, like the amount of these little doodahs in here, let's just do that, yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's go kill some things. The little gems that you collect and like the little weapon modifiers, they become real interested real fast, like, and there's just a lot of combinations. So I'm just be saving up everything for the most part, and then we'll play it off later. Those Aether Crystals become quite important later on as well, because I remember they're used in some sort of combination work. Can't remember exactly what though. Oh, a yellow item. Shiny. Yeah. Assume that's better. Yeah. Let's just roll with that then for now. These guys are a right bitch, so we need to kill them first. They do the most damage out of all the enemies you sort of fight at these early stages from what I remember. The Aether Crystal itself also does quite a lot. Yeah, level up's nice actually. We need an AoE ability before we start doing too much more in here. Mace is pretty naff. Let's take a look at this. Call upon the beast god Majin to bestow nature's blessing upon you and your nearby allies. Health regen, okay. At your whim, thorn vines erupt from the earth underneath your foes, inhibiting their movement. That looks good. Damage. That's a scary noise. Let's put 1 point in this. 1 point in this. 1 point in this. Let's do this. And let's put grafting vines on 1. And let's just go to options menu, key bindings. And let's use 1, 2, UWER. Wait, what was remapped from F? Mission window. Mission window can be K. That's fine. Yeah, so now I've got all my abilities mapped. That's much nicer. Hopefully I pick all those up automatically. Yeah. These binding routes seem pretty cool. Alright. Oh, you're the actual boss dude. I remember you... Oh yeah, we went in from the other location, that's why. The strike, right, now he's dead. Alright, well that wasn't as hard as I remember. But then I guess the last time I tried that, I was doing it on like hardcore on the hardest difficulties. That's probably why I remember needing to level up a little bit more. That's probably what I have in my head right now, actually. That would make more sense. Well done me for using my brain. Or rather, not using my brain at all. Well, that reanimate is dead for now. The boss man. This is new. It's a demon. Devotion shrine. Devotion points. Okay, so this is where we earn our first devotion point. That's interesting. Alright, that is AoE. That's what I was looking for from it. I'm glad. I wonder if Shaman itself provides me the tankiness and I don't need to go Soldier and I can go Nightblade. But then Nightblade, you're much better off using two melee weapons and not a two-handed weapon, right? So maybe I don't want to do that. Go away, dude. You're all assholes. Yeah. Give me your delicious loot, yo. So I offer an Aether... Oh, that's what the Aether Crystal's used for. So I offer an Aether Crystal. I get some shit. Shrine has been restored. Awesome. Alright, that's pretty cool. I like that as a system. That works really nicely. Who's texting me? Hang on. Just have a look at this. Someone questioning or asking me about my anime choices. Sick. Just discussing how good Hunter x Hunter is. So good. Yeah. Let's go back to Bourbon now. I'm pretty sure there's a portal around here though that I'd like to discover on the map, right? I guess this lower crossing one is what I'm looking at. I should respond to this. Let's get some more Aether Crystals, because Aether Crystals are now useful apparently. Which is, you know, nice, because they used to be pretty unuseful. Yeah, this is like the way you were meant to come up to the hill. It's a bit more impactful. It's like more of a journey and more enemies. I went through the old dump way, which is like, well, it's the way you'd usually come out. I guess. That makes sense.
Can't do that yet.
Why can't I do it yet? Oh, that has a big cooldown, huh? There we go. I was like, why aren't you letting me use my ability, dude? Asshole game. Tarnished Heater Shield. Oh, I should mention that the game is, it scales to some degree. So as in, each area has like a scale which it will go up to. So a certain area might like go from level 1 to level 10. But after after you hit level 10, the enemies will stop scaling above level 10 and will always be level 10. It's like this first area I think is like 1 to 7 or something. So up to level 7 it will be challenging for you, and after level 7 it becomes like irrelevant. It's like a nice-ish kind of way of doing the scaling system. I quite like it. We could actually just make a small portal here and head back through that, but I like using these main ones. Don't know why. Let's talk to Bourbon. The data detectives slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign you've dealt with the source. Killed the reanimator. A creature was doing this. Disturbing. Thanks for your efforts. We may yet hold out a little longer. I've sent word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing. Again. So we got some iron and some Devil's Crossing reputation. I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk to you about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needs our help with the water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison. I'll speak to them. So let's equip some of that badass shit we got. So you can combine. What I just did there is I combined all components, and the scraps of plating combined into one full bit of scavenged plating, which you can then use to like modify a weapon. So that becomes pretty interesting in the later stages. 6 trauma damage. That's actually not that good because it's just so low shit. Right, we got scrap as well, which is good. Oh. Smacks off his Zeke out so we can handle our new mace because it's badass. Yeah, that looks good to me. And let's look at some of these skill points. This seems really weird the way it works. Slow movement for 1 second. 5-second duration. That's more the important part is the duration. The health regen actually sounds quite good now that I think about it. Let's just do that for the health regen, honestly. That's not a bad idea. Confirm changes. And let's go into devotion. We are going to want... Okay, so this does different affinities. Wild forces... Alright, let's go green. I like green here. Fucking done it. Alright. Cool, there we go. Well, that's about 40 minutes. It's a pretty convenient time for me to stop recording. Let's sell some things to the merchant first. Because we don't need any of this shit anymore. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. That's actually... It's probably, like, I should mention this, it's quite a good idea whenever you can to go in and buy things like polished emeralds and components, because every now and again they will have them in the shops, and they're probably the most valuable resource you'll find from a shop, so you should always try and buy them whenever you can. That along with potions and stuff, I guess. Just general, you know, good tips that I think are pretty valuable. Maybe they're not the best tips, but I think they're alright. I played the game quite a bit. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this first episode of Grim Dawn. Please leave any responses or comments that you'd like me to change or alter the way that the game works in any way in the description. It's very exciting to be back. Feels good to be making videos. And hopefully you guys will stick around with me. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Grim Dawn.